Good day, my lovely people in SS1. I'm so happy to be in your class today for this e-learning. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm so eager to see you again. I hope you're not eating and getting fat. Alright, so we continue with reading. And we are ready to identify the writer's purpose and tune. That's our topic. In this, today, we're reading to identify the writer's purpose and tune. Now, this is basically the area of comprehension passage. Comprehension deals with reading, and we're not going to go into that because I know you know. So it deals with reading. So let's just go to the body of the topic. Last week, I did introduce to you the various elements that signify purpose and tune. I did introduce to you those elements. Alright, we're saying about, we're talking about the purpose and tone. Purpose and tone. From what is on the board, I deliberately gave you, put the note on the board so that you can have it at home, so that you will help me at home there, copy the note, and then I will not talk too much too. So the purpose is the reason for writing the story. The reason for writing the story on any subject matter. That's the purpose. Why are you writing? Why are you writing? Now the reason, of course, we discussed that last time, to inform, if you want to bring something new to the audience. To entertain, if you want to entertain them. To warn, if you want to bring information to warn them of one thing or that, or to stimulate interest. So that's the reason. Now the tone is the attitude you employ in writing this thing that we're talking. The attitude, your attitude towards this, any of this subject matter, your attitude towards it, that is the tone. Now, it is the way the author shows his feeling towards the subject matter. Now, we say that in the tone, you can know the tone of an author by the diction. The tone of an author, we pick that from the diction. That's the choice of word he used in writing. We know the tone. And another way of knowing the tone is the punctuation marks. Last time I gave you, like those of us who watch football, last time I gave you, if a commentator said, "It's a goal," and another was saying, "It is a goal." It is a goal. You see that the first one is showing emotion. The first one is showing excitement. The first one is happy. But somebody simply said, "It is a goal." You see that it's indifferent. Either he's sad that they scored. Okay, so we use punctuations to know. And again, the sentence structure, just like what I told you. It is a goal and it's a goal. Alright, now we come to today's business. The difference, this one is different between purpose and tone. Now, different between tone and mood. These two are very, very closely related, tone and mood. Now, already we've seen from here that tone refers to the attitude towards the subject matter. Your attitude towards the thing you are writing about. How are you, what is your feeling towards it? That is the tone. Now, you can be biased, like we've seen on the board. The author can be biased. He can be indifferent to the topic. Carefree, verbose, and terse. I did explain what verbose and terse is, isn't it? Last time. Verbose is when you are using plenty words to say few things. While terse is when you are using few words to say plenty things. Alright, so that is the tone. So that is the attitude. Now, the attitude too, the manner of presentation of a subject matter, you can see it in the attitude. The attitude could be seen from the manner of presentation and the choice of word. Now, with this at the back of your mind, you see that the mood refers to the feeling of the author. Here, it is his attitude. The mood refers to the feeling of the author, the writer of the story, when he was writing his story or her story. Now, the writer could be sad, he could be happy, joyous, meditative when writing. Now, all this, you will see it by the choice of his word, by the diction he employed. If he's sad, you will know it by the diction. If he's happy, you will know it by the diction. He's meditative, you know it by the diction. So, that is the mood, his feeling towards this when he was writing the story. Well, we have two types of art mood. We have the author's mood and we have the writer's mood. The author's mood and the writer's mood. The writer's mood is his feeling towards what he's writing. The audience mood or the reader's mood is the feeling that engulfs you, the feeling that comes to you at the end of reading somebody's work. The feeling that comes to you at the end of reading somebody or listening to somebody's work. Before we came up, we were discussing something about women or girls giving birth and throwing them away. Now, if you were with us here and that story that somebody was telling us, you see your mood will be that of sadness. Your mood will be that of, how do I put it? More than sadness. Somebody going to go and give birth in a toilet and drop the baby in the toilet. So your mood will be very, very bad. Now that is the mood of the audience after reading the book, after hearing the story. What that feeling that comes to you at the end of the day, that is the mood of the audience. But the mood of the writer is his feeling towards the writing. All right, having said all this, mood can change. Mood can change. Now, if you were here and then after listening to that story, it's a life story anyway, very, very live. It happens here in Calabar, University of Calabar precisely. Now, the girl now went to the toilet and gave birth there and dropped the baby. So people were hearing the cry of the baby. It was, I guess it was in the night. People were hearing the cry of the baby. And the bold ones, they went out looking for, where is this baby crying from? And they discovered it was in the pit toilet. And they made frantic effort to save the baby. Now you can see your mood is now brightening up. Your mood is now brightening up. They made frantic effort to save the baby, and they got the baby actually out of the toilet, but unfortunately, the baby didn't make it to the hospital. So the mood can change. Now, assuming they got the baby out of the toilet and the baby survived, you see your mood will not become bright, isn't it? That is what we are saying here. Mood can change. Mood may change within the same page, passage. The author diction may create a tense mood, just like the story I've just told you at the beginning, and it might change to a relaxed mood at the end. Now, let us take this excerpt from past question paper. Okay? From past question paper. Now, it says his closest relatives were more interested in sharing assets than handling liabilities. They shared the 3 buildings in the city, as well as several cocoa plantations with hundreds of oil palm. None considered it right to take care of the poor boy. Oh, let me wipe this side. We're going to say it again. Difference between mood and tone. Difference between mood and tone. Let me take that in again. You go with me. I hope you are copying this. I hope you are copying. His closest relatives were more interested in sharing assets than handling liabilities. They shared the 3 buildings in the city, as well as several cocoa plantations with hundreds of oil palm. None considered it right to take care of the poor boy. Now you can see something here. You can see something here. What is the mood? What is the mood? What is the tone? The tone of the writer, the mood of the writer, and even you, the audience. What is your mood here? Honestly, the tone there is that of pity. The tone there on the part of the family of the poor boy is that of I don't care. Okay? And, oh my God, I feel bad. See, his closest relative to who? The boy! And his late father. His closer relatives were not interested in sharing assets than handling liabilities. Relatives, thank you very much. His closer relatives were more interested in sharing assets than handling liabilities. They shared the 3 buildings in the city, as well as several cocoa plantations with hundreds of oil palm. None considered it right to take care of the boy. All right, let's now look at it. You can be reading it at home then. Let's now try to identify the mood. All right, now we're going to take it again. Then we now, you and I, here I am at home there, we're now going to find the setting, the mood, and the tone. Okay? Now we're going to take the excerpt again. We're going to now find out, look at the setting, the mood, and the tone. All right. Now look at this. Follow me. 1 to go. His closest relatives were more interested in sharing assets than handling liabilities. Now, you know, asset means something that could yield, could give you gain, could yield profit to you. Liability is something that will give you a problem, you know. So the relatives, they were more interested in something that will give them joy, give them gain, give them benefit, than something that will create problem to them. Are you getting it now? So just get all these things so that when we're looking for the mood, the setting, and the tone, we now know how to find it. They shared the 3 buildings in the city. City is urban area, while the other one is rural area, isn't it? So they shared the 3 buildings in the city, as well as several cocoa plantations with hundreds of oil palm. None considered it right to take care of the poor boy. All right, so first of all, we are talking about burial here, isn't it? Because they are sharing somebody's property, somebody's asset. And then we see that nobody, at the tail end of it, nobody want to consider the man's son. So the setting here, where do you think this thing happened? Where do you think this thing happened? Of course, you know that the man, from what we see here, the man was living in the city, and he had how many buildings there? 3 buildings in the city. And unfortunately, the man kicked the bucket, and now they've gone to bury the man somewhere in his village. So the setting here, simply, you can pick that out in the village. If it was in the city, the sentence will not be built it will show that the burial was done in the city. It will not be in the city again. It will be done it was done in the village. Now, having established that fact, Okay, before we come to mood, let me put tone there. What do you think is the tone? The tone of the writer. What do you think is the tone of the writer? Okay, no, let's see. The purpose of the writer. The purpose of the writer before tone and mood. What do you think is the purpose of the writer? Why do you think the writer brought this? The writer there is writing to inform. To do what? Inform. Inform what happened in the burial of the boy's father. That is the purpose. It's writing to inform. The thing took place in the village, and then this is what happened in the village. Are you getting it now? All right. Now, what do you think is the mood? Yeah, tone. Tone. Having known what tone is, the attitude towards the subject matter. You see that the tone is that of what? Sadness. Sadness. Sadness over what happened to the poor boy. It's not that his father is not rich, he's a poor man. His father is a poor man. Look at his father's building. 3 in the city. And then several cocoa plantations. So the man is a rich man. What the family did, they scrambled on that asset, they struggled, and the one that will get this, that cocoa farm is my own, that oil palm is my own, that house in the city is my own, this other one is my own, the one at Abuja is my own, the one in Port Harcourt is my own, the one in Lagos is my own. That's what they did. Now, the poor boy was just there, looking at his uncles, looking at his aunties. And nobody saying, okay, what about this guy? He's going to go to school. How do we pay his school fees? Nobody, look at it there. Say his closer relatives, his closest. Who are the closer relatives? Aunties, uncles. Okay? So, you see that the tone is that of sadness over what happened to the poor boy. Alright, now we now come to the mood. Now, that is how you discover, that is how you identify the mood, the setting, the purpose, the tone of a writer. Alright, we now come to the mood. The mood now is that of pity, sympathy on the poor boy. Now, what are the words that will give us that indication? Is this thing. That is the word that will indicate the mood. Now, this one will have anger. Anger too. Let's add anger there. Anger, bitterness on the tone. Do I have another example here? Bitterness towards the relative. Now, you see this, you can back this up by this one. Several cocoa plantations, and then building. Okay? So you can back it up. This one, we see the mood of pity or the feeling of pity and sympathy by the word poor boy, and then sadness, anger, and bitterness by several cocoa plantation and tree building, and now shed. Yes, let's include this shed, and then the neglected people. And now this one we can, of course, with this said. So that is how to identify. The assignment I will give to you, I will give you this. I will give you something similar to this so that you can do justice to it and bring back. Then I will look at it and then I will mark. All right. I'm going to give you assignment. assignment, and the assignment is going to be something like this too. Let me wipe it on the board because some of you are very smart. Assignment. Now I'm going to give you an excerpt too. When Michael was invited to spend his Christmas holiday with his uncle in Abuja. With his uncle in Abuja. He jumped for joy. He jumped for joy. He had always pictured Abuja as a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place of bright lights. I hope you are copying up. Bright lights, paved roads. I'm sure you know what paved roads simply mean. You know what paved road mean? Elegant people. Wow, like me. Riding inexpensive cars and riding expensive car and beautiful residential quarters. That is it. Beautiful residential quarters. So you are going to help me find the purpose, the tone, and the mood. So find out the purpose of the author the mood and the tone. All right, the mood and the tone. So read it very well. Read it very well. Just like what we did about this young boy that lost his dad. Read this very well. Then that's my sermon. Write the purpose of the author, the mood of the author, and the tone of the author. We've come to the end of today's, of this week e-learning in SS1. When we come back next week, we're going to complete this topic what is left is very small. We're going to be looking at the relationship between purpose, tone, and mood. We're going to be looking at the relationship between purpose, tone, and mood. That is what we're going to be looking at. All right, stay well and stay safe. God bless you.